Welcome to ComicsPriceGuide.com presents Tales from the Geek. I am Aaron the Mechanic.
I'm Mads.
And we're missing our Dova Queen.
I know, she was stressed today.
So, without her here, we can reign the world.
We can do whatever we want.
Queen's out of the house. Just kidding, we miss you, Bernice. We'll see you next week.
That was a kiss for you.
Yeah, just for you. But we do have some comics, and we have some news. Let's do comics first, you think?
Yeah, we've been doing comics first, and I think it's good. Yeah.
I like it.
Okay, so the first one I have is Grass Kings. You can see that right there. It's a Boom comic.
Boom! Sorry.
Boom! It's written by Matt Kent, who did Mind Management in GMT, like the band.
Yeah, there you go.
Mind Management, which I've never read that series, but I hear it's really good. It's about like crazy mind games. And then
makes sense by the name.
Yeah. And then the art is by Tyler Jenkins, who did Snowblind. I don't remember what that was published by. I think it was published by IDW or something like that.
But comment down below. Why don't you tell us?
If you know. It's about
we'll give you some props.
We'll mention you next episode.
Yeah.
It's about a bunch of people who live off the grid, and they
are they like Amish or what are they?
They're not Amish, but they drive cars and stuff. But it is kind of off. It's kind of
off
Amish.
The grid. They're like, LA, let's not.
Yeah,
do technology.
And, like, they have their own laws and everything, and this kid sneaks into their town and is like, you guys can easily be arrested, and they're like, no, we can't.
No, we have our
own. This is our land.
Yeah.
And he's like, you can't trespass on places that you can't trespass on land that isn't yours. It's the government's, and they're like,
nope, it's ours. We do what we want. I love the
art. Yeah, the art is
watercolor.
Tyler Jenkins does watercolor art, very kind of messy and pretty. And then my favorite part of this comic is that the paper is newspaper, so it's not like shiny comic paper.
It's like a matte finish.
Yeah, it's like newspaper comics, like old comics. I love it.
Yeah, old school.
Yeah, and the next, so that one's exciting. The next one is Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys, The Big Lie.
What?
It's basically, if you've seen Riverdale, which is like dark Archie comics, it's dark Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys.
Dude, I love it.
Yeah, it's written by a guy who's only like comics stuff I could find was like a bunch of Assassin's Creed comics.
I think that's fitting. If you're gonna take it on a darker turn, like heck yeah, Nancy drew it up.
It's published by Dynamite, and the art. I really liked the art. It's kind of like, it reminds me of Wes Craig's art, if you know him from Deadly Class. And the artist did The Amazing Spider-Man: The Family Business. His name is Werther Deledra, and I love The Amazing Spider-Man: The Family Business. It's one of the best Spider-Man stories. So check it out. It's really good. It's my favorite one of this week.
That's an awesome twist on it too.
Yeah, it's like basically it follows the Hardy Boys. Their dad killed himself, and they're under like I know, dude. They're under their dad was accused of being an inside job cop, and and so he killed himself, and they are being investigated for killing him, and it's all like kind of like, what are they doing?
Yeah,
what is going on?
The heck?
And then at the end, like Nancy Drew's like, well, that's exactly what we wanted them to do, and I'm like, go off, Nancy.
Yes, you got this. You go, girl.
Yeah, it was really good, so I would recommend checking it out. I think it's a miniseries, I'm not sure. And the last one we have is Man-Thing from Marvel.
Man-Thing?
Man-Thing is basically Swamp Thing for Marvel.
It looks like a fly to me.
He's really cute. I love him. He's the cutest. I think Swamp Thing's really cute too, so I have nothing to say. And like throughout the book, they were talking about how like he's so disgusting. People were throwing up at the sight of him, and I was like, I want to marry him.
She's like, no, I like him.
I love you, Man-Thing. Look at him. He's no way.
He looks creepy to me. You can love him. He looks creepy. Hopefully his heart is gold.
His heart is gold.
Yeah.
Basically, and then it has
beautiful on the inside.
So it has his backstory, which is about him. He worked with the government, and he had this serum, and he injected himself with it so the government couldn't get it, and then he turned into this terrible swamp beast, and then he has worked all these years to get his consciousness back, and like because he was a great scientist, he's worked all these years to be able to think and move his hands and everything, and then he goes to Hollywood and tries to make like movies, and they're like, people were throwing up at your movie, and I was like, okay. And,
but he's awesome in this comic.
Yeah, and then he
You didn't throw up once, did you?
No, I didn't. Not once. I love you, Man-Thing. And I'm here for him. And then, like, his old self comes and bites him. It's kind of weird. And then there's a backup story in the back that's really creepy about like rings cutting off your fingers or something. And
So definitely check that
But
out.
the most important part about Man Thing is that it's written by R.L. Stein.
I know.
The
I
one
forgot
and
about
only.
that. So freaking
Yeah.
awesome.
If you don't know R.L. Stein by name, he wrote all of the Goosebumps books.
Oh my gosh, those are my favorite books.
Yeah, I watched the TV show, and the one where the girl like has a she wants to be scary because she's scared of everything. She puts on a mask and it like gets clumped to her face. That one scared me so much. I was like, I'm never putting on a mask again.
Never. And then she cosplayed.
No.
Yeah. Got over that fear real quick.
And the art is by
just make up everything.
the art is by a guy who's done a bunch of stuff for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I think. He did a lot of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. series, so.
Yeah, I can't believe R.L. Stein did. That's awesome.
I know, I'm so excited. It's a mini-series, so there's only 6 issues, so buy it because it's going to be over quickly.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
So, that's done with comics today. That's all our comics.
But speaking of comic-themed things, look at this segue-ish thing. Logan came out this past weekend. And you watched it, right?
I saw it. It was so good.
Tell the whole audience about it. I'm covering my ears.
It was so good. I died like 20 times.
Okay, I love it. Okay, I heard she died though, so now I'm curious.
No, I died in the theater. Like the news was like,
So
this is Madeline. She's dead.
So good.
Yeah, it
Now
was
she's
so good.
resurrected.
The ending was like one of the best endings for any comic book movie.
Oh my. Okay,
Especially
so I'm gonna
like
have
the
to check
last shot. Like the last shot, I was like,
no, why? Okay, now I'm gonna have to watch that.
And then what was the other one? The Deadpool 2 teaser at the beginning.
Yeah.
That was really funny. I was arguing with my friends because I thought the guy getting mugged was Stan Lee, but it wasn't Stan Lee. And my friend was like, "Did you even look at
Google
him?"
it? Did you Google it?
He did, and they were like the Stan Lee part had gotten cut from the thing I had seen. So I was just like, "It's an old guy. It's Stan Lee."
Yeah, you're like, obviously.
Obviously, it's Stan Lee. And they were like, my friend was like, they would not kill Stan Lee. I was like,
That's a valid point.
I was like, that is true.
Oh, but speaking of death, unfortunately, the sad news of the week, I was a huge Turner Classic Movie buff growing up, and unfortunately Robert Osborne has passed away, and he was the host, if you don't know, of Turner Classic Movie Channel for years, and amazing. It was so great because he'd always have like these inside stories about what was going on backstage on this movie, so.
Yeah. My favorite is when they'll probably do a Saturday Night Live sketch this week about it.
Oh, yeah.
Because they have a really funny sketch about Turner Classic Movies.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll see. But like I said, hopefully.
Honor him.
Yeah, please do.
Do it, SNL.
Do it, because we love him and we love you guys, so that works pretty well.
Yeah.
I think that's all the news and the comics we have this week, so we'll catch you guys next week.
It was pretty quick, but...
We're fast and good. We got
fast and good. Let's send it over.
Yeah, got you guys.
Hey there, it's Em, working today on getting my mask for Deadpool set up. So a couple things that we've noticed going forward is since we use this material, it doesn't have a lot of give to it, so we're having a little bit of issues breathing. So really working on trying to come up with a few tips or ideas on how to actually make it easier for me to breathe. It also squishes my nose to where it feels like I'm getting a free nose job. That is very uncomfortable and something I cannot experience for an entire con. So we're going to go do a few little things that we're trying to work on, and as of right now you can see there's no texture, it's just that smooth thing. We're going to be going in and putting in these dark patches with our leather. Oh, hi there, what's going on? And so what I really want to do is I really want to work on getting some of these forms and ridges that are on those eyes. So trying to come up with a few ways to do it. So I need to make sure that I keep the eye holes enlarged, so that way that's where I'm getting a lot of my airflow. And then also need to make sure that I have got that texture and maybe build out a bridge or something for the nose, a mask. So a few different ideas. Let's think them through. Trial number 1 for the eye holes and building up the ridges is I am going to take a plastic Mardi Gras mask and try to build them out. So if you can see closely, I've gone ahead and I've sketched out where my ridges need to be. So kind of coming up with a few different ideas. One thought was doing this and then using like a foam like clay so that way it'll actually just stay and it'll be nice and light. One of the things I'm trying to do, because I've never gotten to use Worbla, is have any excuse to use Worbla. So I'm going to be using clay to actually build up those ridges, and then I'm going to go in with Worbla, get it nice and hot, lay it over the mask, and see if I can get a good form. So also going to be doing the ridges and then building up the nose a little bit so I can have a little less pressure on it. So first thing I've got, the lines are all drawn up. Then I'm going to be working with this clay. I've got oil-based clay, so that way if I put any heat on it, it's not necessarily going to die right away. And then build up some of the ridges. Alright, So now you can see I've got all my clay sculpting done. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take the Worbla, place it over it, and see if I can get a good form from it. So today I'm going to be using Fibra, and actually using this, heating this up. It's kind of like a Worbla generic, except it has a much lower heating point, and can get kind of gummy, and also can pick up like fingernail prints and everything like that. So my nails are trimmed, I am ready to go, and I'm going to go ahead and heat this up over my mask. Since I used an oil-based paint, it will actually also start melting if I heat up too high, so my plan is, since it's low heat, go ahead, get this heated up, and then place it on there and get the shape.
Just start to get a little bit of wrinkles, just pull it out and rub it. So one thing that I read and have noticed with Fibra is it can get kind of, says it can be kind of gummy, that it will actually stick to some of the materials. So just be careful. Using it on any kind of cardboard or anything. There we go, in the eye hole though. I'm starting in the middle and working my way out. Again, be careful because I use that oil paint or oil clay. The words are hard. That I don't overheat that clay, otherwise that will lose the shape that it's supposed to. Since we're going to be covering this with leather, it doesn't matter about all those little details because that you won't be able to see. I'm just looking for general shapes. Alright, so here is my hideous and disfigured mask, but it's okay because I'm going to be covering out with leather, so just a really quick over what you can see. It's got the depth that we were looking for. So I'm going to let this cool for a little bit longer before I pull it off and cut it. Alright, so now I have my little cutouts, as you can see. So this way, what we're going to do now is go ahead and glue over this with the leather, so that it looks like this guy right here. Look at that. I'm Deadpool. I'm Deadpool. So we tried a few different glues. We're going to use, hi, who's that? So we're going to go ahead and use some of this E6000, and then we went ahead and became super lazy and just started using barge cement. So, can I get a B? Wait. Yeah, there we go. There we go, servant face. So enough of that. So what we're doing then is we're going to go ahead and we're putting in a thin layer on the actual piece of leather and then a thin layer on the mask, letting it set for a few seconds and then sticking them together and then cutting where we have some of the ridges so that it becomes much smoother. Alright, so we've got the black spots back on the eyes, so all we have left now is to do the whites of the eyes and the ponytail. Is this where it goes? So you're going to whip that out. You're going to whip your hair back and forth?
I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth.
And you also look I am your father. I'm gonna have to brush that now, but all right. Well, we will see you guys later. Bye, Kate. Thanks. Bye. Thanks. Bye.
I'm just taking a cute selfie of me. Look at me selfieing.
Why are you doing this to me?
Because it's funny.
It's so bright in my eyes.